We work down spine here on the roller, tailbone to head. And then the feet, relatively narrow, about 4 to 5 inches apart. Stretch your arms forward first to lengthen the shoulders away from the ears. And then you'll rotate the arms so the palms are up and take the arms out to the side wide. Just anchor the back of the hand to the ground and then slowly shift your weight from side to side, wrapping the hip and shoulder blade on one side, down and around the curve, and then shifting your weight to the other side. You can feel the curve of your body like a saddle draped on a horse around your roller and the shifting weight in your feet as you move side to side. Ceiling, gaze soft, and we'll come back to center to bring the arms up and curve the arms, embrace the air in towards your body. Exhale, breathe out, let the air flow out from your lungs, out through your throat, out through your lips, into the air above you, and the arms descend. So lifting them in unison and parallel mirror images, they come up as you inhale, and then as you exhale, the belly sinks, the navel draws deep to the spine, and the arms descend also. You can hug a ball for a little bit more stability, take it between your thighs and your shoulders. And when you press into it, you'll feel not only the inner thighs, but also a little bit of pelvic floor and transverse abdominals, the lowest level of the abdominals, together as well. You squeeze a little harder, you may feel a central axis aligned down the center of your body, halo to the center of the diaphragm, to the center of the pelvic floor. So you can keep that really imaginary line, but when you feel when you squeeze the ball, you can have that step right over the length of your roller. We'll just do one more. The chest widens as the arms go down, and the back widens as the arms lift up. Now stretch the hands to the ceiling. Reach the fingers there as you exhale, let the shoulder blades melt towards the ground. And inhale, the hands go high, the shoulders lift. And then exhale, the collarbones widen, the chest broadens, and the blades sink down. So use your full inhale to glide the arms up as high as you can. And then use your full exhale to lower it down. Calmly, quietly, gently releasing the blades towards the floor and hooking the roller between your blades. They rise again, they lift up. Feel the stretch in some of the muscles in your arm, even maybe into the skin, and then exhale, sink it down with a deep, slow exhale. Once more like that, so inhale to float the hands up, the chest is lifting and expanding, the belly doing the same. And then exhale, the body gets together, the arms descend. And then we'll inhale to turn the palms forward and exhale to lengthen the arms at your side. Inhale up to the ceiling with both hands and exhale back by your ears. Both arms in parallel stretch. And then bring the arms forward, weight into the shoulder blades. And as you glide the arms forward, again, stretch in that direction to lift the shoulders away from your ears and lengthen your neck. We're going up on the inhale and exhale back towards the ground. And then reversing your direction and all the way forward here. So here you do have the option, you can take the arms all the way back and feel the back arch a little bit additionally. Right, so the ribs lift up, you feel like this arc in your mid-back increasing, and then bring the arms forward and let the ribs settle down, let the sacrum be heavy, and the arms go down. You also can, in order to be more aware of the abdominals, take the arms back only to the height where you don't lift the ribs. You keep the same height of the spine at your waist and low back. And then bring the arms forward and down. Of course, the benefit to the first one is you get a little stretch in the front line of your body and a little extra extension. The benefit of the second one is you're starting to really understand where your appropriate range of motion is, and you end up strengthening your front line, the abdominal wall, and also stretching the legs. So here we'll bring the hands to your shoulders and pull the elbows in and then lift the elbows up, out wide, around and down. Circling here and shrug the shoulders here, up and down, on and off the roller. Sorry. Feeling here. Lifting up and circle again. Nice soft Time to just let everything quiet down, calm down in your body. The breath getting a little deeper with every repetition. Even maybe a little slower. Particularly think of lengthening the exhale to calm the nervous system down. We're going to come down to the waistline with the elbows and reverse, circling back around, in and forward. Move the shoulder blades here. It'll give you a stretch in the chest, a stretch in your shoulders and upper back. And throw the elbows down as low and as wide as you can to feel that pull and tug into the pelvis. We'll come forward again, extend the arms forward, palms down, reach long through your fingertips. The arms go up and then back by your ears. And then you sweep the arms out to the side. Pinky finger, edge in, and then rotate palms down, thumbs in, up and back. And exhale, picture your head floating back as the arms go forward. The whole spine elongates. Let's lift one more time. Push the arms to the air and then reach out, slice the air with the edges of your arms. And let's reverse. Palms up to circle out wide and reach back. The arms lift a little as they go behind your body. Exhale, push the air down. Sit down like you're gathering in and pushing into the floor. So you're going to reach back and then exhale every bit of air out that you can. And one more time like this. Circle wide. Reach back, exhale, and press forward. Okay. We're going to leave it there and then slide off the roller to take the rollers across under the hips. So you'll bridge up, roller pulls in across the sacrum, pull the knees into your body, and extend the legs up to the ceiling. And first, let's go into a scissors, right leg back, left leg forward. Stretch the legs wide, and then switch. And switch again. We'll see your hip opening on the way down. And hamstring stretches on the back of the thigh on the lift of the leg up. The knees may bend a little bit. That's okay. It'll keep the stretch from overstraining the back of the knee. And really putting the stretch into the belly of the hamstring muscle. And then we'll bring the legs up, externally rotate, and pull the legs apart sideways to stretch your inner thighs. Lengthen out, exhale, and pull the thighs together to close your feet. Leg tap and then open, inhale, reaching. And exhale, pulling back. Do that again, hands holding the roller steady. And then once we close, we'll leave the left leg up and the right leg is out to the side. Extra weight in the left hip, try to keep it stable. Exhale, pull the right leg up to the left. And then the left hip goes out. And exhale, lift it here. So right goes down again. Use the exhale and then move the leg. And then once it taps, the left leg goes out sideways, still in that external rotation. Stretch, pause, exhale, and lift. One last set like this. Take your time so that you're moving slower than just gravity would pull your leg to the floor, and also slower than the leg would just throw itself up in the air, rebounding. So take your time, try to have an even pace throughout the movement. Lengthen, pause at the bottom, and then pull it up. So the work in the inner thigh will lift you, and then we'll pull the knees into your chest and do a little frog. So heels together, toes apart, knees width of your shoulders, and we push legs up and out on a diagonal. And exhale, pull it back. So reach and press the heels away from you, and exhale and reach from it. You may want to reestablish that grip on the roller so it's not sliding forward. Even just thinking about it's going to help you maintain control. And the angle might change, right? You go a little lower, To get more work into your abs without overarching the back, you might go higher in order to get more stretch in the hamstring. So it depends what you need and what you want right now. One more, push out. Exhale, pull back. And let's narrow the knees again, parallel, stretch the legs up to the ceiling, and go into your scissors, right leg back, left leg forward for rotation. So we're going to take the legs wide in a circle, as if each foot is a paintbrush, painting a big circle on the ceiling above you. You'll work for a little rotation, internal and external, as you do this. Picture the femur head moving in the opposite direction from your foot and sort of rolling deep into the sockets here. We'd like to picture the circles getting a little larger with every repetition and having a little bit more ease of movement here in the joints. One more time. And then we'll bring the legs back up to the ceiling and move into bicycle in parallel. So put the left leg in and the right leg goes forward, stretch it out, tap the toes to the ground, and then reach the other leg out long. Think of that foot when it touches, just skimming across the mat, and then lifting the hamstring stretch and immediately reaching out into space. The breath maintains the same pace, the same rhythm, like you're breathing to a metronome. We're going to reverse when you can, when you're ready. Speed it forward, lift it up, and then shoot the other one forward again. Feet and thighs about 4 inches apart. So each leg stays in its own path. We have 2 parallel train tracks here, and each one follows the track. We'll come to the top. And then bend your knees, lower the feet down as you exhale, but lift your hips, adjust the rollers, and just turn it to a different place. Because they do get a little splash when you stay on them. And here we'll take the left leg forward and the left arm back. Open that line up and just let the back of your hand, the back of your heel sink into the ground, just like the glute and the sacrum are resting heavy into the roller. There's a different sensation where you feel the pressure of something against your body and where it's floating free in the air. So notice where you're supported externally and where you're supported internally. Then we can slide that arm forward, pull the leg back, and do the other side. With the same side, arm and leg that reach in order to maximize the stretch. And then from here, you can try those legs with arms. Always bend your knees a bit. Take some of the arch out of the back if that's uncomfortable for you. Open the front line and feel the skin stretch here. One more breath, nice and deep, and a slow exhalation. And then the arms slide forward, the knees bend to bring the feet in, and again we bridge up and slide the lower out underneath. All right, so from here, we're going to come up to sitting to, we'll break that into hundreds. So heels are grounded, arms extend forward, lift up your halo, lift your chest, eyes parallel, look down, control the tail up, and articulate your spine down 1 inch from vertebra after the next. Land on the base of your ribs, pull the knees in, palms to the floor, and extend the legs up to pop. Inhale for 5 beats. Exhale for 5 more. Straight down your nose. You're aligned here. Nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone, and maybe edges of the knees, edges of the feet. They may or may not touch, depends on your structure. That's all okay. But keep lifting the head up and forward to lengthen the back of the neck. And keep your gaze down on your belly. You can watch the expansion of the body on the inhale and the contraction of the body on the exhale. Let the collarbones melt into the sternum, because you're going to get heavy. So the shoulder blades widen a little bit on your back, and then you can find a little more curve in the ribs and a little bit more lift forward and down. There are 2 more breaths. Start it now. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. And 1 more breath. Legs press in. And then we can fold the knees in and lay your head down and turn your neck from one side to the other. We'll stretch the legs forward now for roll out. You always have the option to take the bare band around your feet. And we can lift the arms up and yawn the body over to the ceiling. Stretch all your fingers wide. And then narrow them in as you bring the heads up. Lift your head, neck, shoulders, and chest. Exhale, pull the ribs up off the ground. The waist gets pulled back as you dive over your legs, over your feet. And hanging down. And then we'll stack the spine bottom to top. So lift the chest and look at the horizon again. And then curl the tail up, look down your nose. Keep reaching forward. Articulate down, find a little delay so you're not falling into gravity, you're controlling yourself down. The shoulders settle, the blades slide towards your waist as the arms reach back. And we'll lift again. Start the deep full inhale, exhale before you need it. And make yourself into a C shape here with the horseshoe on its side. Ears between arms. Now you have the option, you can lift the arms higher from the load into the abdominal wall on the way down. And also on the way up. So you will lower the arms as you need to, but keep it challenging at whatever level you're at. And we'll do 1 more. Think about coming up, exhale, hip floats up and leads the spine forward in a beautiful arc. Round your back, pull the waist back, curl the tail forward. Stretch out that area in your sacrum where we get tight and tense as we're sitting all day. And then we come back, which hopefully isn't our lives, but it's usually more than we want to. We would come all the way down now, and then circle the arms forward and reach for their ribs. Let's just start bend to the side, but hold the right knee into your chest. I'll get it tight here. Release it a little bit, and with the right hand on the knees, circle the knees here, while keeping the pelvis grounded and still. Just oil up that hip joint a little bit more, and then reverse the circles. And then here, switch the legs, right leg forward, left one in, left hand on the left knee, and circle now. Maybe your right hand on the hip bone to help stabilize the pelvic girdle on the ground. And then reverse it. And then pull both knees in. Hug them both in now. Just get a deep stretch in the low back here. Deep flexion at the hip. And then release the sacrum and tail forward, and we circle both knees towards each other. Feet come apart with the knees. And together when the knees come in closer. And then reverse that direction. And then we can slide the left leg forward again, and we'll place the band on the right foot. Lifting the foot up high to the ceiling. Stretching the elbows low towards your hips, below the waist. And bring the leg up to the place where you get the stretch you want. Maybe bend the knee, soften it a little bit. And we can reach up to the ball of the foot, to point the foot, and stretch across the front of the ankle, and then flex the foot So as you point, try to articulate heel to ball to toes, curl back toes to ball the foot, work through the ankle to lift the heel and drop through the sits bone, get that stretch in the hamstring. And then you inhale to point it, exhale to flex, and as you're lifting the heel, see if you really feel that stretch in the calf. We'll come up to a sub point, a high heel shoe position, and we circle the leg. Inhale, across the body, go low, externally rotate, bring it out to the side, come all the way to the top, and we do that again. So the hips stay grounded. We're going to push down through one hip as the leg goes in the opposite direction. Reach the leg out into the bend. And here we're pivoting from the elbows in order to keep the wrist straight and the forearm and hand in line with the band, in line with the leg. We'll come to the top here, pause, and now reverse. Out to the side, short deep inhale, and a long sustained exhale. Come all the way around and lift to a place where you get the hamstring stretch again before working for the inner thigh, and then the outer thigh stretch, and back to the hamstring lengthening. We're complete with one more circle here. Push down to the other side of the body, circle around and come up to the top. And we'll take both ends of the band here in your right hand, left hand to the hip bone. Rotate the body like it's sinking into the mat on the left side and reach the right leg away and give it a gentle pulse, a little rocking here. Not destabilizing the torso at all. And you definitely want to picture everything that connects to the ground, glued to the floor, bolted to the floor, sinking into the ground for that stability. And here, exhale, lift the leg up, switch hands at the top. And with the inhale, take it across. Here, we allow the hip to come up. The right shoulder blade is down, so the right leg is lifted and stretching for the wall across the room. Turn your head to the right and look out over the extended arm here, palm up, bigger spread. And then we can rotate the right leg from the femur, the thigh bone, internally. And now we unwind it, coming from the left shoulder to your waist, to the right glute, to lift the leg up. Reach up a little higher on the band, to pull the leg in towards you with a straight leg. Give a little more energy up to the heel and down to the glute. And now pull that knee in, embrace it in once more, hold it tight to your chest. Of course, that all depends on the ability of the knee to feel comfortable in that deep flexion. But when you release the leg forward and down, just shake it out a little bit. You take your hands to your hip bone press. The left one is probably pointed more vertically. The right one is more diagonally out to your side. So we did this movement to find release and relaxation of the leg, but also in the pelvic girdle. So we'll pull the left leg in, place the band around the ball of the foot, and lift the leg up to the sky. Stretch the other leg long across the floor and move the shoulders down by moving your elbows closer to your hips. We'll inhale to point the foot and exhale to flex. Roll through the foot. It's not a block of wood just attached to the end of your leg. You're going to really feel all of the joints, all of the muscles, having a chance to work in maybe a way they don't work when you're locked into your shoes and walking on hard, flat surfaces like floors. We'll end with a soft plank. Release the legs slightly forward, and here we start the circles again. Inhale across the body, feel the stretch into the lateral hip, the IT band area, and then that releases as you circle. Short inhale for a quarter of the distance, and exhale for the rest, so 3/4 of the distance around the circle and up to the top. That way you're glad to breathe in, and then you pay it out reluctantly, slowly. You'll notice the abdominal wall sinking, particularly at the end of the exhale. There's no air left that you can push out of your lungs. The belly is pulled tight, knit it together here, and one more circle, reach, and continue stretching out. You draw a circle further and further and a spiral away from your head. Now reverse. Left leg moves to the left. The right side is rounded. You push the arrow side, come across, and lift it up high. And we reach again. Almost imagine having a brace around your wrist so that you keep the hand and the forearm in the same plane. That'll protect the carpal tunnel. And one last one. Heavy on the right side, move the leg to the left. Heavy on the left side, and push the leg around and up to the right. Here we'll take the bend again in one hand, but this time the left, to open the left leg out. Try to rotate a little heavier into the right side. And then see if you have any more left to let the leg drop a little closer to the ground. You're going to pull the leg gently back and forth. Think about the leg being practically parallel to the ground, no matter where it is. And slide it towards your shoulder and away. Now exhale, pull the leg up. Use the upper inner thigh muscles to lift it, switch hands on the band. And then the left arm extends, you look out across the fingertips, you pull the leg diagonally across the body. And it ends up eventually as much as you can perpendicular to the torso. The left knee might be bent a little bit here. If you need to adjust the tension in the muscles, but try eventually to reach out through the center of the foot. We rotate it internally to increase the stretch into the glute and into the low back. Breathe into that stretch. And then on the next exhale, we pull the hip down, lifting the foot up. And then give that a little hug and camel higher up towards the foot. Shoulders melt down. And just get that stretch in the back line of your leg. Then it comes off and you plug it into your chest. And then we slide that forward. Shake it out. You can check your hip up press to be sure that the hips have done their job and balanced out. And then let's pull the right knee in, left leg to the ceiling, and rock hard enough, rolling with the wall. Hands to your shins, elbows wide, curl the tail as you look down. You press the edges of the feet together, and we inhale to lift the tail, we'll back to the shoulder blades, foot in the air, and then exhale, come forward to balance. Keep looking down at your navel. Massage out your back in both directions. And try also to draw a straight line here, down the middle of your mat, so that you know the right and left sides of your body are with you control. You want to start with an inhale when you touch the tip of the blades down. That's when you start to exhale. So on a lift, you're already exhaling. One more. Okay. Now, for the more advanced clients who are here today, well, my friends and clients, right? We're going to go into the rolling and then come up and hit a teaser, right? So what that means is you look down, elbows wide, you roll back, balance on the shoulder blades briefly, come up, and extend the legs, extend the arms. And just be sure the legs aren't so low that your back arches, you're still keeping like a rounded low curve in the back. Yes, and then let's do it again. So we roll back, chin take into the chest, come up, find your balance point, and one more time. Yes, good. I thought you needed a little something extra right now. All right, so here we're going back into the ab series. So we'll pull the right leg into your chest, the left leg reaches out long, elbows wide, down the midline here. And we inhale to switch, and exhale and switch. Switch straight out, and then pull straight in. You're pushing down with the hands, but up with the shins to get more work into the arms and more work into the upper abs. Let's do one more set. Inhale for one side, exhale for the other. Then both knees in, hands to your shins. Lift everything up, fingers and toes. Circle wide, embrace the legs into your body. And we stretch here and then circle around to embrace. Lengthen again. Remember, the arms only go back as far as you can keep the upper curl without flattening your back into the ground. It'll help protect the neck and challenge the abs. Scissors, right leg up, left leg forward. And then we switch on the inhale and we switch on the exhale. Try to get that stretch of the back line of your legs and also get the lift of your head and shoulders a little bit higher off the ground when you connect. Try to maintain it there as you release and then reconnect to the other leg. Knees are still down your nose into the belly. Last set, we're going to end with the left leg up. Both legs up and hands cup the back of the skull. You pull the head up and squeeze the legs together. Double leg, lower lift. Watch your range, right? You want to be cautious with this. Only go as far as you go with the belly. Really engage, hold the pelvis steady. Exhale and bring it up. We're trying not to get into a place where the back is arched. There's a natural arch, that's fine. But if you go much further than that, you're going to feel like, oh, that is not where I want to be. Too much load on my back. We do this slowly so that you have control of your movement, you have control of the range of movement that you're doing right now. One last one. Pressing the feet together, pressing the legs together wherever you can. We'll get a little bit more transversus to protect the spine. And then we twist to the right and twist to the left. Moving through the full ab series, run it if you want. Always take breaks if it's better for your body, right? And to the left. Come back to center and gratefully lay down, stretching the arms back and the legs forward. Just open your front to the sky and breathe. Now from here, we roll up right into the spine stretch. Lift the arms, lay the shoulders, head, neck. Shoulders, chest, come up. Open the legs, hip width, and let's bring the arms up to the ceiling and turn the palms back. Balance right on your sit bones. Lift up, imagine holding a ball in your hand and slide the ball across the ceiling behind you without moving your lower back or torso away from 90 degrees from the floor. Palms forward, exhale, down and curve the spine. Head leads the way, arms by ears, pull the waist back, dive, and you can pull the toes back to get a little bit more stretch in the back of your legs. And then we sink the tail, we stack the spine from the bottom to the top like you're sitting up a wall. The arms can lift with the ears. And then lift your heart, pull the shoulder blades melt behind you. And you slide down your back, palms forward. The gaze moves forward to move the neck and then the upper back. The thoracic spine is where the ribs are. That doesn't start the movement, the head starts the movement on the way down, and then the low back starts the movement on the way up. Gaze is down until the very end. Keep the arch, and one last time. If you're lifting up and curving your body around the large wall here, resting on the ground between your legs. And then we'll come to the front of the mat for open leg balance and walker. It'll be about on the front third. So here the arms go between the legs and the hands wrap around the top of the shin right by the ankle. If you're beginning, you would probably just take your hands here at the base of your front thighs. So we're going to lift the legs up as you curl the tail up and suck the waist back. And first extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. The shoulder drops, and exhale, bring the edges of your feet back together and on the left. Then you can slide a little bit around laterally as you extend the leg and a little more medially as you fold. The right again. And down. Very good. And here from the left. And down, both at the same time. They lift. And sink. One more just like that one. And back. And then lift and get ready to roll. The legs go up. You can wrap your hands more around the back of the calf, look into your belly, lift the tail over your shoulder blades. Exhale forward to balance. Remember, your hair can touch the ground, but you don't want your head to slam into the floor. Or, in particular, you don't want to look up at the ceiling. Keeping your face down helps you keep the neck in flexion, which helps you keep the rest of the spine in flexion for rolling over time. And again, of course, steering this so the sled doesn't go up into the woods somewhere. Just go right down the hill. Here we go. Okay, so great. From here, stop. So we open the legs. Here's a chance for you to sit elevated if that feels better for you, in order to keep the natural curves of your spine. And we'll take the arms out to the side, roll in front of the chest, lengthen through the fingers, and push down through your triceps as you lift the head and heart up. We'll rotate to the right and dive, bring the back of the left hand along the leg towards the ankle, and pull the other arm back behind you by diving low with your left ear towards your right knee. We're coming up, hold that rotation, and then unwind, spin, and dive in the other direction. Really put a little extra weight in the opposite hip, so as we go to the left, the right glute gets a little heavier. Pull yourself up, sweep through center, and then to the other side, and dive over. And once you're all the way over, try to roll your right shoulder back to bring the right hand on a bigger diagonal across the back and give you more rotation in your spine. And come upright to center, twist and reach long. Again, now it's the left shoulder that comes up and back, and you look back at your hand, so there's also rotation in the cervical spine in your neck. Lift, center one more time, dive and reach. Use this exercise to open you up and maybe areas that you don't normally get to stretch during your day. Our spines need rotation every day, just like they need flexion and extension inside them. We'll bring the legs together and flip over onto your stomach for swan. We'll take the roller across. And as you lay down on your stomach, extend the arms forward so the roller is halfway between your wrists and your elbows. Lift your head off the mat, ears between arms. So if you need something under your ankles so your feet don't cramp, you can always roll up a towel. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down using your lats, propel the head and heart forward and up. Lift to come up. Heart is high, but stretch in the abs. Keep looking up with your eyes on the way down. Curve your way back down, and zipping your body into your mat. At the end, you look down and slightly forward of your nose with a gaze. The blades pull back that way with the collarbones. Keep heart rising here. Lift your heart with your eyes going up to the ceiling. Keep your gaze up for as long as you can, and only at the very end, you're going to bring your gaze to the floor and in along the floor right in front of you. One more time. The roller comes towards you. It helps your spine understand what it's like to curve up one vertebra at a time, and then to release down one vertebra at a time from the bottom to the top. Okay. You pull the roller in a little bit, push back and into a child's pose here. If you want, you can bring the roller with you. And maybe open the knees, take the hairline to the mat, and the roller in under your wrist. You're going to slide the shoulders up by your ears and then pull the shoulder blades down your back to roll the roller a few inches forward and back without moving your spine. So really focus on the scapular sliding here. It will stretch your lat and will also help release your neck. Okay, and then stack your spine coming up, and we can put the roller to the side. And let's go forward onto your forearms for a single leg kick. Front of the pelvis into the ground. You're going to have your fist or your hands foot open on the mat. But in either case, pull up and forward with the eyes, up and forward with the chest, anchor through the pubic bone, feel the stretch in your abs, and now with parallel legs, take the right heel in 1, 2, and down, now the left, pulse 1, 2, and down. This gives you a chance to stretch out your quads, in front of your thighs, and also the chance to see, can you keep pushing down and back with the arms, and keep the torso lengthening forward and up while you're focusing a little bit anyway on that leg movement and the pelvic stability on the mat. What you don't want to do is just collapse down and let your shoulders come up by your ears, right? Because then you're just hanging from your arms. You want to have this be an active movement here into the back muscles to lengthen and stretch the front. One more set. Okay, and then let's go down, turn your head to the right. Overlap your hands on the base of the rib cage. Back of the hand to the body, palms to the sky. And again, legs in parallel. We'll kick the legs 3 times, pulsing 1, 2, 3. Pelvis stays heavy into the floor. Bring the arms down, reach back, either intertwine the thumbs or have the arms in parallel, bring the fingers towards your heels. And then we come down from that swan, that cobra, turn it to the left, and pulse 3 times again. Each pulse, imagine coming a little closer to the sits bones, and then reach back. We want to keep the wrists straight as you pick up your eyes, your heart, your chest, and down to look to your right again. 3 beats with both legs. In symmetry and synchronizing them. And then down we go, coming up the gaze centers. It goes across the front of the wall as you try to pick up the upper body, stretching the abs, and then bring it down. Looking left, 1 more set. Pulse 3 times here. As you stretch the fingers towards the feet, you lift the chest, the collarbones widen, and the blades pull together and down your back. And then down you go, hands to the ground, push off the floor, child's pose again. Hang your head low. Just let the ground support your head and the forearms and hands. And then just coming up to turn around, like on our backs here, the shoulder bridge. Okay, so arms lengthened here at your side, heels maybe, it's going to vary by the person, but maybe 10 inches is a good estimate, a guesstimate, where you might start, distance heel to sits bone. And we begin here with the pelvic tuck. So you curve the tail up, the waist presses down. You press your feet into the ground as the knees and the tail move forward and up. This is one of the reasons we just did those kicks to stretch the quads, because here you want to really push down with your arms, with your feet. Keep the legs in parallel, so don't let them sway out laterally. You're looking up and maybe slightly back so you can still breathe. And then you can push the top of the shoulders into the ground. And the outer arm sort of rotates a little bit laterally, the upper arm. And then here we're going to start rolling the shoulders in and up. Feel the blades widen on your back as you come down 1 vertebra at a time from the top of the spine, the back of your neck, all the way down, roll across the scapula, roll down to the base of your ribs, to your waist, to your sacrum. Down the sacrum, let the tail settle and the waist floats up. To make this very luxurious, you want to really feel that you're draping your waist into the ground as the tail is pulled forward and up. And then you have the strength of your legs, the strength of your arms, pushing down to help you lift. And then at the top, push the top of the shoulders down and lift the chest a little bit higher. Then boost up with the glutes to open your hips more and get some strength into those glutes and hamstrings. If this seems ever like it's too much for your knees, take a ball between your thighs. And then we're coming down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. We'll do one last one like that. So the articulation of the spine up and down is just as important as the portion at the top, where you're really working through the back line of your body to lift and open your hips. Also by pushing the top of the shoulders down and a little externally, rotating laterally, you get a little feeling of stretch across your pecs. Now push your hips a little higher, pull the knees in slightly. So you're also getting support through the inner edges of your feet. And now roll to the inner arm just a little. curve the spine down between the blades. Work your spine down 1 inch per vertebra at a time. Sequencing your spine down to rest in a neutral position as curved spine on the mat. Good work. Let's come up to sitting. Pull up for spine twist. Again, this is another place where you may want to sit elevated on the yoga block or book, or just bend your knees. So we're going to take the legs, try the arms out to the side. Legs are still right in front of us, and the legs are together. Rotate your right knuckles 1, 2, 3. Lift to center and then spin to the left. Move to center here. Now, when you're centered, you want to bring your gaze to the horizon, but as you twist, let your gaze drop down a little bit and slide to the floor behind you in a beautiful descending arc. And that you'll find will give you more rotation in the neck and also in the rest of the spine. You can try it if you want. You can first do like gaze on the horizon, and then try to keep it on the horizon as you go from one side to the other. And then the next time, let your eyes go on the horizon and then drop down a little bit. Horizon at center, gaze softly slopes downhill on the twist, and then bring the arms down. So now jackknife. So if you aren't familiar with this exercise, like it's a shoulder stand, you can take the roller underneath your hips. If you have a neck issue, you might want to just repeat another exercise from previously, right? All right, so for jackknife, we pull the knees into the chest. You're holding the roller or pressing into the floor with your arms. Look up and straight ahead. You never turn your head when you're in shoulder stand or jackknife position. So here we lift the legs up to the ceiling. You're there together. You push them a little bit forward, and then you bring them up and over. Push the floor down as you exhale to lift your hips up. And you can start with this if you want, with the legs closer to the ground. Will give you more stretch in the back line. You can use your glutes to lift the hips up higher to the ceiling, and that will give you more work as you come down. Try to take the legs higher. Try to lower the legs here, will give you more stretch. Now push the ground away with the heel of your hands on the way down. And allow the shoulder blades to curl when you're in that flexion on the way down, right? You don't want to try to widen the chest at any point in this exercise. So bring the legs up, exhale, push the arms, lift the hips up. Eyes up and back so you have some room to breathe. Or like this, top to the, and then we're pushing the floor away. Let the shoulders curve up just slightly. You don't want them to choke your face, but you want them to come a little bit up so that your spine can round on the way down. And we'll do one more. Breathing in to move the legs, breathing out to lift the hips, legs up high. And then press forward with the arms. Come down as slowly as you can. So you're delaying your descent and really working just like every single muscle in the body. And then when the hips are down, you can fold the knees in. Embrace them tight, rock a little side to side. Okay, so now we'll come onto our side for some side kicks. All right. So you pull the bottom elbow in slightly. Really be sure you're on your side seam. Your top hand can press into the ground in front of your chest, and you flex the feet. Legs are about 30 degrees in front of the line of your spine. Now pick the top leg up, lengthen to the heel, and then you pull the leg forward and press 1, 2, reach from heel to sits bone, point the foot and take the leg back and reach again, plus 1 and 2. So we're again looking for stability of the spine here as we challenge that stability with the weight and movement of your leg in this case. So what we don't want to see is the body leaning back as the leg goes forward, and we don't want to see the body leaning forward as the leg goes back. So lift your bottom elbow in, push your front hand down, and press the bottom leg into the ground so that you're stabilizing as much as you can and grounding it here to make that goal happen. Come back to center and lower the leg. We're going to rotate the leg externally, knee points up, toes point up, and lift the leg high. Flex the foot and reach out heel to heel. This is a lot easier to stay balanced on your side because we don't have the weight of the body, the load, going front back off your center line. Point to lift, flex to lower. Now reverse, flex up, point and stretch it away. Flex lift, and as the leg lowers down, try to pull your head out away from your shoulders. One more, flex up, point and lengthen down for développé, where we bend the knee up to the ceiling, the foot slides in, knee to the shoulder, foot to the ceiling, flex the foot, heel to heel. Point, glide, knee in, foot up, knee extension, flexion of the ankle, close and reverse. Flex the foot to lift. Point the foot, bend the knee, skate it down, reach it out long. Flex to go up, point, bend, and skate it forward. Both legs lengthen on this reach. One more time, up, point and bend, and slide it out. Now, rond de jambe is big circles. You're going to really press into your arms, pull the leg forward, rotate up, back, without leaning forward again. Stay right on your sideline and pull that leg center. And again, so you do a little bit of external rotation in the lift and a little internal rotation to bring it back to neutral as it comes forward parallel to the ground. Reach, you're gonna feel this in your glute, but also in almost every other muscle in your body, stabilizing you. Now let's reverse it, the leg goes back. Rotate externally, lift, start to pull that in, and bring it on top of the other leg, and it continues back. Breathe through this. Think of using the exhale at the most difficult parts of the movement to really help you organize your body and keep it knit together nice and tight. Excellent. We're going to do a figure 4 exercise next. You bring the top foot in. The heel is sort of in front of the hip, the upper thigh, whatever works for you. And you can take your hands between the leg, between the calf and the thigh, and push the elbow to push the knee away from your chest. And we lift the bottom leg up and exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Lift, hold, and circle around to the 1. And 2. And 3. Come to the top. Lengthen, reverse, and circle 1. And 2. And 3. Bring it high and lower it down. All right. We'll go onto our stomachs here for grasshopper. Overlapping the hands. Go ahead on the hands. And let's first just lift the right leg up, press the leg down, and lower the foot. And then we lift the leg up, really lowering the thigh to lower the foot down. One more set like that. So warming up the glutes to lift the whole leg as a unit. This also is a big stretch across the front of the hip, so good thing we practiced that earlier. Now going to turn out with your legs, lift the thighs off the ground and flat. Open, closing the legs, breathing as you do it. Notice you're not just lifting the knees or lifting the floor of the knees. You're trying to work from the butt cheeks here. One more breath. And then the legs are down. We push back into child's pose. We do if the calf hasn't cracked. I had the pleasure of being 2 hours at the dentist this morning. My body's a little stressed. Great dentist, it's all on me for that. All right, so we prop up here on the other side, and we can press the hand into the floor, legs long and forward, feet flexed. Pull the top of the leg, the top leg up, and swing it forward to pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, taking it back, and reach and pulse again. Flexing forward, you swing it forward, and you swing it back. Maintaining the body balanced here on your side seam. Much harder than laying on your back, doing circles with the leg. Do one less set. But you've got a narrow base of support like you're doing this on a balance beam. Come back to center and lower it down. So rotate the leg externally, point to lift up, flex, pull down. Point to lift, flex and lower. Point up and flex down. Now reverse, flex to lift, point, stretch it away. 2 more like that, up you go, and then reach it longer, stretch your waist, 1 more time, all the way down, and now développé, bend the knee, fold the knee into your chest, lift the foot up, flex and bring it down. So again, stay balanced on that balance beam here, look straight ahead. You really don't want to look at your leg when you're doing this, because that will start to flex the upper body. Now we reverse, flex to lift high, point the foot, bend the knee, skin the leg down the other one, push both legs into length, and we lift, point, bend, all the way forward and down, and last time up, point and bend, and skate it forward. Rond de jambe, big circle, bring it forward, up, back, around, and through center. Reach it again. Circle here, engaging the glute as the leg reaches back. You push into the arm for more stability, holding the body stable, and then let's reverse it. Take it back, circle here, around, forward, and through. Reach, go longer. We stretch the leg out, both legs. The one on the bottom is still working in more ways than you would expect. Last one. And then we end with the figure 4. Bring that leg in front of you, in front of the thigh. Try to push the knee away, and the bottom leg goes up, and then sinks down. Inhale to lift, and lower. Lift again, and down you go. And lift, hold, and we reverse. Circling around 1, 2, 3, come to the top, and actually now reverse. Circle around to 1, 2, 3, bring it up to the top, lower it down, and stretch it out. Okay, take a moment to just lay onto your back here. I know we're out of time, so just hopefully your body feels different than it did when you walked in. Wait, that was a serious question. Well, maybe not so serious for you. Anyway, hope you feel better and you have a great day. Thank you for joining me.